In the name of God, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I'd like to thank all those who told me good words by sending messages or comments. May God bless you all. These are insects that I love very much because they are amazing in the way they're created or shaped, for the way God made them organized, and also for their ability to make honey. Everything was fine about them until I listened to some of Investigate Islam's videos regarding the Quran and the bees. He made 4 videos about the Quran and the bees, in which he inserted tons of lies. So we're gonna just smoke the 4 of them. Here we go. Let's listen to the missionary who named himself Investigate Islam, or Christian Prince, or whatever.
Let me show you how Muslims, they are professional liars when they try to convince you about something exists in the Quran. I'm showing now three translations just to show you how they lie in their translation. This translation of Shakir. And your Lord revealed to the bee, saying, make hives in the mountains, in the tree, in that and that, in what they build. Okay. Now guys, I want to ask you a question. When Muslims translate, if they are translating, they're translating the same word, and the same word have same meaning, why each one of them he have different translation? It says Al-Jibal. What does Jibal mean? It's mean mountains. So the translation here is correct. In Yusuf Ali is saying to build its cells. So why? Sorry, in Yusuf Ali it says build its cells in hills. So why he is translating the word mountains as hills? Mountains is totally different from hills. Here it says mountain, here it says hills. In Biktal it says hills. So Shakir, he was not lying about mountains, he was saying the truth. The other two was lying about hills. I want to tell you why they were lying about hills and mountains. Like what the issue? Because in science, bees cannot exist in high mountain. Because in a high mountains where cold weather is exist 12 months a year, and the snow is covering the top of the mountain all the time, bees cannot survive for one day there. They cannot live. Why? Because simply bees make honey so they can eat in cold weather. And when they can make honey? When it is warm, spring, good weather, where there is a flowers and there is plants around them. If there is no existence for plants and flowers, bees will die. This is where they get their food. So they cannot survive in such a location. So he's saying in the high mountains, which is very false. This is why the translation came as hills, just to cover the first mistake of the Quran.
Have you heard that? Have you heard that, guys? He says we are liars. He says we lie to cover the mistakes of the Quran. I want you guys to go to this website, zipcodezoo.com. And here we read the bumblebee. Habitat typically found at an altitude of 0 to 1,617 meters. He says we lie to cover the mistakes of the Quran. I want you guys to go to this website, beesource.com. To the article exploring Manticola efforts to find an acceptable viral-resistant honeybee. Go down the page and we read at Manticola in Africa. Apis mellifera manticola is a bee of the rainforests of the mountains in East Africa, living at altitudes of 2,000 up to 3,000 meters. He says we lie to cover the mistakes of the Quran. I want you guys to go to Wikipedia, to Apis cerana. Apis cerana, or the Asiatic bee or honey bee. Go down the page and we read in Read here, Apis cerana is found at altitudes from sea level up to 3,500 meters. 3,500 meters, he says, will lie to cover the mistakes of the Quran. Here, it is unique for its ability to survive temperatures as low as minus 0.1 Celsius. Beekeeping. Farmers in the Himalayan region benefit directly from honey and other bee products from Apis cerana. This bee lives in the Himalayas, in the Himalayan mountains. He said there are no bees in the mountains. He says we lie to cover the mistakes of the Quran. I want you guys to go to the website of apimondia.org. That's the International Federation of Beekeepers Association. Go to the article Himalayan honeybees and beekeeping in Nepal. Go down the page to honeybees diversity, and we read here in Apis laboriosa, the Himalayan world largest honeybee is distributed from 850 meters up to 3,500 meters in the northern parts of fragile ecological Himalayan regions. This bee live in the Himalayas, in the Himalayan mountains. He says, we lie to cover the mistakes of the Quran. So which one sounds stupid now?
Second mistake. In here he's saying that the Lord, He ordered them to make their hives in the mountains. Is it true? It says hives. Let us go and see what the Quran is saying. The Quran is saying the following: Buyutan. It's not hives. It is houses. Now somebody will say to me, you know what? But the houses of bees, it's called hives. Yeah, I agree. But as long he did not say hives, you cannot say it. You cannot use it. He used the same word we use for house. Your house, my house. So he is using exactly the same word. So he's saying they build their houses. He ordered them to build their houses in the mountains. He did not say hives. So you are not allowed to fake a translation and to make it to be hives when it is not hives. What else? If you go to Yusuf Ali, he's saying cells. Why you are saying cells when it's... I will tell you why. Because house, it is not a build who can have a lot of people inside. Cells and hives is, you know, when we say, we mention that word, we are talking about a huge build can host a lot inside. Mistake after mistake. So they made a translation here. They lie about the cells because this is a mistake. Because the bee don't live in a house; they live in a colony. House mean a private place for each individual bee, which is not true. So this is a mistake, and the Muslim, they have to cover their mistake by that.
You are one goddamn donkey. Have you seen when the Christian missionaries tell you to take you out of Islam? Do they do it on purpose to look stupid, or this is how they really are? Man, what you got in your skull? A brain or water? So he says the Quran says houses or habitations for the bees, but we, the Muslims, have covered this so-called mistake of the Quran and put instead of it hives, because it's wrong to say the bees have houses according to him. The word house in Arabic is bait, house, and it's linked to the Arabic verb bata, which means to stay overnight. So we say the bee house. It's the place where the bees stay overnight. It's correct according to the Arabic language to say the bee house. Just like it's correct as well according to the English language to say the bee house. Dictionary.com, bee house. Bee house, a shed containing a number of beehives. But he is so dummy that he gives the meaning he wants to the words he wants. He's got his own dictionary. He's so dummy that he said that science says there are no bees in the mountains. He has his own science, his own dictionary. You are one disgusting missionary. So please guys, Investigate Islam or Christian Prince made 4 videos about the bees in the Quran. This was my first video regarding this matter. So please follow with me the coming videos inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.